What happens when you put the best of two platforms up against each other? We're going to find out. We have a comparison with the new iPhone 5S and the LG G2. The iPhone 5S, which is currently the best device that Apple has to offer, against the LG G2, which is currently the most high-spec best device that Android has to offer here in the United States. The iPhone 5S is running a A7 chip, which is a dual-core processor which is running with a 64-bit setup. And on the LG G2, we have a quad-core processor, which is a Snapdragon 800 from Qualcomm. Just a monster of a device, which is clocked at 2.29 gigahertz. So, if we were just talking processor-wise, the G2 would destroy the iPhone 5, just in the amount of cores. Now, as the Motorola X, or aka the Moto X, was able to display just in the last month, the number of cores that you have as a device really does not dictate what the experience is on the device itself. The iPhone 5S is very fluent, very quick, and the new UI operates very well. We can say the same thing for LG. Unlike TouchWiz on Samsung devices, the LG UI is very responsive. As you can see, I can scroll slow or I can fly through here fast. And there's absolutely no lag on this device. Whether it's gaming, shooting video, there's just no comparison. It's just awesome. On the iPhone side, there are a lot of new and cool features, one of them being the touch to unlock using the fingerprint scanner. Pow, and it unlocks your device and you're good to go. On the LG side, one of the great new features is the knock feature, which is knock knock. And you can turn your device off and on as far as the screen goes by simply tapping in the middle of your screen. So both devices come with a slew of features. The iPhone has Siri, the Android has Google Now. Now, I will say even the iPhone also has Google Now, as we can open and we can say, what is the weather in New York City?
It's 63 degrees and overcast in New York.
And it will tell you that. And it also has Siri. Siri, what is the weather in New York City?
The weather's looking good for New York. New York between today and Friday, up to 73 degrees Fahrenheit.
There you go. So you can see there's a new Siri voice. So overall, you have all of the Google apps and the suite of those, whether it's Google Now or Siri on the iPhone, and on the Android, you just have those Google features. Now, where on the Android side does really well is the display. I mean, there's absolutely almost no bezel here on the LG G2. The screen is massive. It is a 1080p powerhouse. It's just gorgeous. It's gorgeous to look at. It's gorgeous to use. It fits in the hand very well, and it's just an awesome device all the way around. On the Apple side, again, it's a 4-inch Retina display, actually the same exact display as the iPhone 5 from last year and or the iPhone 5C from this year. So not a lot of improvement there, but again, a gorgeous display, looks well. Not a lot of, you don't see any pixelization, and the new UI looks good. So again, it is a personal preference. Two different ecosystems here, being that you have the Apple App Store, and on Android you have the Google Play Store. Now, another major difference between the two devices will be the camera. On the iPhone, they have included a bigger sensor on this camera, which allows it's kind of taken a page out of HTC's book with the HTC One, with bigger pixels, allowing it to get better low light photos. They also changed the flash, as you can see here, where they put in a yellow and an amber flash, if it'll focus, which allows it to take more natural light photos. Beyond that, they have got rid of the regular black. They call it space gray. It also comes in gold and white. So, on the Android side, we have a bigger, better camera, and I have to give it to the LG on this one only because the LG is coming with not an 8 megapixel shooter, but a 13 megapixel shooter with optical image stabilization. Yes, if that sounds familiar to you, the only other device that's out in the market that had that was the Nokia Lumia 920 and the Nokia Lumia 1020. That's with that big 41 megapixel honker on the back of that phone that takes professional photos. We're actually going to have in the next review a video example between the two for you guys to decide. In my personal preference right now, I think the iPhone is easy to use for shooting, whether it's video or pictures, but the LG has a little bit more of a professional ability with those photos. Beyond that, so if it's ease of use, iPhone wins. If it's specs and features, obviously the Android device wins in that category. What else we had? Phone calls. I will say for phone calling ability, people have told us that the iPhone sounds a little clearer than the Android, and people sound a little clearer on the Android as opposed to the iPhone. So again, it is just a personal preference. So that's kind of a draw there. When it comes to, we've talked about displays, obviously, that also comes to a personal preference. If we're going by specs alone, the LG G2 wins only because of the 1080p HD display. So overall, if we have to choose a clear winner, right now, we have to say, in specs, the LG G2 clearly wins. As far as usability, we have to say that the iPhone wins strictly because it's a very simple and easy ecosystem to use. But you guys can tell us what you feel are the best features between these two devices, and any questions by leaving those in the comment section down below. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and or share the video. If you have any questions on either one of these devices while we have them in our review period, please leave a comment down below and we'll get to those as soon as possible.